Hi friends, it's Erica and I am back with another swatch video. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today I'm going to swatch my lovely collection of Designs by Rachel Beth watercolors. So I learned in the last swatch video that I did of the Daniel Smith 240 dot card that doing a lot at once is going to make an hour-long video. So today I'm just going to focus on these. These are some of my favorite watercolors. They are handmade by an independent Etsy seller. She is just fantastic and I am addicted to her paints. So without further ado, let's just dive right into this. I wanted to start though with not to minimize these paints at all, but I do want to say that they can be quite pricey because they are handmade, and when something is handmade you really are getting, you know, artisanship and a lot of high quality, and some of these I've had now for like over 2 years. But if you are just starting out with art, or you don't have a lot of money with supplies, or you just want to try something out, you don't need a lot of money to do that. So I do want to swatch these. These are $5 from Target. Now I live in Canada now, so I miss you, Target. But I did want to swatch these just so you can see the difference between, I have some similar colors from Designs by Rachel Beth, and I want you to be able to see that like you can still experiment and have a lot of fun with watercolors without a lot of money. So I'll just do a quick little comparison swatch here, but I bought these from Target, I think maybe a year or so ago when I was visiting the States to see my family, and they were like $5 or $6, and I love neon colors, and I've actually used these a ton, and they're almost at pan in some cases, and I just think they're you know, affordable. My very first set of watercolors was like an artist loft set from Michaels, and I learned a lot about watercolor from those, and they were like $5, I think. I don't know. I probably still have them somewhere, but I really got into watercolor, so I started investing more and more money in ones that I really liked. So those are these little $5 Target, but I do these because one of my favorite sets from Designs by Rachel Beth is called Hello Spring, and I'm just going to swatch some of these right next to it because again, they're you can get comparable things. They're not going to be as like creamy and beautiful, and they're probably harder to blend out, but if you want to experiment, you don't have to spend a ton of money. But if you want to spend a ton of money, I highly recommend these. So the first one is called Fresh Grass, and I just think her paints have a lot of character in them, and you'll see as we go on, some of the metallics are just incredible. This is called Blooming Daffodils. So again, you can probably see the difference in pigmentation and vibrancy. And then we have Sugared Peeps. Also, I'm kind of a sucker for packaging, and her tins and the names and the sets, they're so well curated. So I think that has a lot to do with why I'm obsessed with them. This is Paper Pinwheel. I mean, come on, beautiful. And then Electric Sunset is one of my favorites. It's not going to be like this orange, but I'm just going to swatch it next to this orange. This is like one of my favorite colors. I use this a lot. So there you have it. I mean, you can definitely see the difference in quality, but again, I just wanted to give you kind of a comparison. So that is set number 1 called Hello Spring by Designs by Rachel Beth. So now I want to jump to the very first set I ever got of hers, and this, I attribute this addiction to creators like James Luke Burke and Allie Brown and Mindy Lacefield, because I think it was a year or so ago, Mindy Lacefield did a course that I didn't take, but It was around the holidays, and it was like, I think it was called like Goody Gumdrops or Sugar Gumdrops. I don't remember. And in that, she had recommended this as a suggested or optional supply. So a lot of the creators I saw that were participating in that workshop were using this, and I guess I had a bit of a FOMO moment, so I just felt like I had to get it. And this was called, like, I think the Happy Birthday set or something like that. I really don't remember. I haven't seen it in the shop in a while, but if you do, I highly recommend it. So this color is called Teal Sprinkles, and I'm just gonna lay it down where I flung some paper down, so apologies for being in no particular order. And then you have Berry Cake. And these are just so lovely. Every time I use her paints, I'm like happy inside. And this is called Vanilla Frosting, so it's gonna be tough to see probably on camera, but it does have a nice kind of buff to it. So I really actually enjoy this color. You can do a lot with it, especially if you're working on a craft or something like that. And then this is where the magic and the addiction really happened, is with copper candles. So this like dances on the page when you swatch it, and this is when I fell in love with her paints, and a lot of them are like this, so get excited. I mean, that's just out of this world. And that is the very first set I ever got, was the Happy Birthday set. So since I have a couple more of these, and then I'll move on to some of the metallics, but I also really love some of these like earthier pastel type ones. So this is called Northwest Adventures, and the first color here is Mustard Seed. This beautiful earthy color. And then we have Strawberry Rhubarb. And again, the names like Mustard Seed, Strawberry Rhubarb, Chinese Kale, and Northern Blueberry. So this is Chinese Kale. Oh, such a beautiful, lovely green. And then Northern Blueberry. And again, so much pigmentation, but if you want, you can get some really nice granulation and variation, and the blending of these colors is so easy. I mean, that's going back on one that was a little dry, but they're just really well made. I have tried my hand at making watercolors, and I might pick it up again, but let me tell you, it's not easy. So that's Northwest Adventures. Here, Mustard Seed, Strawberry Rhubarb, Chinese Kale, and Northern Blueberry. The next, this one is one of my favorites because it has purples in it. So as soon as I saw this one, I knew I was gonna have to get it because I'm a sucker for purples, especially like lilacs and lavendery pastel type purples. So first up is, sorry, I'm having trouble seeing this. It's just called Berries. Juniper Berries, sorry. And I love these like muted earthy tones of this one. So we have Juniper Berries, Sweet Box, and then my favorites, Lenten Rose. It's like a really muted version of the Wisteria Daniel Smith, and I am here for it. Like, it's just so beautiful. And then we have Winter Daphne. Love, 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 love. Winter Garden, one of my favorite sets of all time. You can see it's got a lot of love, and I've only had it since last winter. And the next set I think is pretty timely, that actually I just got, is Back to School. Now I watched this come and go from the shop 2 back to school seasons in a row. I missed the first one because it sold out really fast, and the second time I just didn't have the funds. And so this year when I saw it, I nabbed it because, again, so well curated, but the colors are fantastic. So let's just jump in. The first one is Pink Eraser, and I think you'll see that it really like holds up to its names here. Then we have number 2 Pencil. Lined Paper. I mean, does this not just give you the best back to school vibes? And they're so perfectly named. Like, someone should hire her to name Crayola crayons or something, because they're fantastic. And then this one I love. I don't know. It's called Chalkboard, and I love how opaque you can get it. But then, if you really want to give it more of like a wash and a chalkboard feel, you totally can, and it does this nice little bit of granulation. So that is the back to school set: Pink Eraser, number 2 Pencil, Lined Paper, and Chalkboard. Here for it. Love that. So yeah, that is the end of the ones that aren't metallic. Ever since Copper Candle happened, I have been a sucker for her metallics. So a lot of the ones that I have left are that. So first we'll do, and actually I'm just gonna give all these a nice spritz so we don't spend a ton of time with me getting them all juiced up. Next up, Tropical Paradise. So I don't even know if you could, I mean, yeah, you can tell. These are super metallic, beautiful. This is Passion Flower. Then we have Pacific Palm. I mean, I'm wondering how, I mean, they're just like, again, these are the types of paints that just dance on the page when you lay them down, and the magic of that and how it could turn out just gets me every time. And this is Tropical Agave, which has a fun like bluish green to it. I mean, that is aesthetic. I could just watch that all day. Tropical Paradise. Next are a couple of seasonal ones. So this is Conversation Hearts. Again, a lot of metallic and shimmer to these. Obviously came out for Valentine's Day. First one is XOXO. Next is You Rock, and again, I love the little swatch card. They're done like conversation hearts. They say things that conversation hearts would say. It's just a lot of thought that goes into curating these little sets, and I think that's amazing. Sweet Love. That gives me like such Belle from Beauty and the Beast vibes, like her dress. This is Soulmate. Next is Marry Me. And Be Mine. It's a nice little perfect rainbow of metallic colors that I'm obsessed with. Next, also very timely as we're coming into October or Inktober or Whimsyween. I'll be doing Whimsyween a la James Luke Burke. I've never really been into Inktober, so I'm here for the Whimsyween. I don't know what I did with the case for this, but does it matter? No. I'll just put the little swatchy here so you can see it. Again, super cute and curated. I got these last Halloween. Can't wait to use them this year. Jack-o'-lantern. Witch's brew. And I probably just got this for the black and the purple because, again, I love a purple. But all of the colors are amazing. Then we have Monster Slime. I think the great thing about these is obviously you don't have to use them for just those holidays. You can really use them any time of year and with any project. And then this one is the one I'm like, ugh, Black Widow. So you can tell it has a lot of shimmer in it, but there's also like granulation and separations. Oh, yes, please. That is Trick or Treat. So if this comes to the shop this year, nab it up because it's amazing. Next is probably my favorite. It's a toss-up between this one and the next one, but this is called Cupcakes and Cocktails, and these colors are so unique. They just have a really interesting finish to them. So I'll start with Vanilla Bean Coconut. This one is not the easiest to see because it is just like a almost like a shimmery topper. So if you wanted to put this over top of something, it would be fantastic. And then you have Triple Salted Caramel. Again, it lays down like a flesh color, but the word flesh, I'm sorry. But you can tell even on the dried swatch here that it's got like a really interesting shimmer to it. And then you have Mai Tai, which is similar but has more of a pink and coppery tone to it. And then this is by far you can see, my most favorite, my most used, favorite color I think she's ever made, and it's Manhattan. So it's like this pink rose blush, but it has a green finish to it that I'm just obsessed with. And then lastly is Blue Lagoon. And again, her paints are just like magic on a page. They make me so happy. A video of me fangirling over a handmade watercolorist for 20 minutes. Enjoy. So let me flip the page and we will do the last ones. Okay, I lied. I didn't flip it or wait for it to dry. I just went and got another book. So this is the last set that I have of Designs by Rachel Beth. And again, it is one of my favorites. I want to say it was like a give thanks or something like that, because they all have like Thanksgiving-y drink names, but I don't remember. I have so many of these tins that I've used some to like give gifts to other people, but these are also some of my favorites. You can tell that they're halfway through the pan. So first up we have Cranberry Sangria. And again, these are like magic dancing on the page, watercolors. I want to zoom in just to make sure. You can see the lovely. And then we have Blackberry Cider. Oh my goodness. I think Daniel Smith, like Moon Glow, but with purple shimmer. I mean, always yes to more shimmer. Then we have Beer Mosa. which is a really perfect gold. Then you have Spiced Mimosa. And lastly, my favorite in the set. Pulls out of the way. Pink Champagne. Because I'm a sucker for both rose gold and purple, and that is a lovely rose gold. And there you have it, friends. Quite the collection of Designs by Rachel Beth watercolors. I've been buying from her for, I don't know, a couple of years now, because like I said, they're just really high quality. They do last. I haven't run out of any sets that I have, and I have used all the crap out of these, to be honest. So again, I'll just try to give you a little bit of a but yeah, see these over here, the finish they start to have. I'm here for it. And then your shimmery metallics. So yeah, I will link her shop down below. She does update it weekly, and they do tend to sell out pretty quickly, so jump on it if it's something you're interested in. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Tell me which colors or which sets you thought were the best. And thank you for watching. Click the bell if you want to see my next video. I think I'll be doing some more swatching fun, either with gouache or with my embarrassingly large washi tape collection. And I have an October bullet journal with me planned as well. So I hope to see you in the next one.